zero, no one is being owed in that. They build and give you the key, so no one owes you. So that we know the difference in terms of the pending bills. I yield, Chair.
Okay, Senator Gataya.
Chair, thank you, Chair. I think I captioned, Chair, talk of somebody, one of the garage owners who recently passed on. I don't know whether it was stress related because of these debts. And I captured the governor talk of departmental structures where these small bills are supposed to be settled. Do you have those structures where maybe you can advance some AIs to departments? Maybe they can sort those small bills instead of, because I don't imagine why a small garage owner in the small suburbs of Ombe would wait for 3 years to be paid 8,000 shillings. I don't know, these people are maybe living on some under mouth.
Governor?
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, starting with Senator Gataya's question on the departmental structures, yes, we advance some AIs to the departments where they're able to pay the small, they should be able to pay the small bills, so that should be possible. And Chairman, the pending bills question, I think it's a national question, and it's a problem that we are facing, that we have to deal with through engaging with our associations, which is what we have been doing continuously, engaging with the association of contractors and continuing to draw plans through which we can pay the bills to the best of our ability. In terms of the county headquarters, it's a current bill. We have an agreement for which we are paying for the county headquarters. It's not a pending bill, it's a current bill. And we have paid quite a bit of it, and we continue to pay for it. It's not a pending bill. Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah, so just to
Chair, maybe before she leaves that, who is this? Why don't you just disclose who financed, maybe before Wambua you come on board, who financed the construction of the county headquarters? And
Chairman,
would you be kind enough to provide the contract engagement with the provider, whether the financing or financing that did the county headquarters?
There is a substantive issue in this report about the county headquarters, which we are coming to. We can deal with it at that point.
Chair, we can chew the gum as we scale the stairs.
It's okay. We'll end up mixing issues and get lost. So let's.
She can hold that one.
Yes, she can hold that one. We deal with it there. Senator Wanga.
Chair, because I have heard the governor say something very important about our pending bills. And I agree with her that this is a national problem. It's a big problem. So Governor, from where you sit, because you're also a national leader, is this situation getting better or is it getting worse? Any bills are the issue.
I think we need a national discussion on the pending bills question. We have the team that was auditing the national pending bills and some that have audited ours. We have made proposals, for example, if we could have even bulk payment to counties so that we're able to sort the pending bills that have, existed, and then we can, over time, on our equitable share, it can be retained so that we can create circulation of money in the economy. I think we have to look at the budget in question and whether we meet our on-source revenue targets according to budget. So that we're able to resolve the issue of the pending bills. It is a big question. I think we are, I don't know, I think we are where we are where we are with it. It's a big question.
Chair, I ask that question because, honestly, and these are conversations we can have as leaders. Pending bills are incurred within budgets. Governments have budgets. They run budgets. So by the time that we are saying a single county government has a pending bill of 1.5 billion Kenya shillings, which in some cases is even more than their annual expenditure on development. So how do we find ourselves there? I hear in Nairobi, Chair, and we are not auditing Nairobi, but I hear in Nairobi we have now over 107 billion Kenya shillings in pending bills.
So when we say then the National Treasury should perhaps advance some money to counties to offset pending bills, how do we even get there in the first place? Governor, I say that because when I look at the pending bills for Homa Bay, and it is a case for any other county, and every contractor in town is complaining, I have not been paid, I need this money to be paid. But a determination has been made by your county and other counties that what you are claiming is not eligible for payment. How do we get out of this problem that we have found ourselves in? It's a big conversation, I agree with you.
Governor, do you want to respond? But that was for emphasis. So the facts are as follows, that you had 1.19 billion as pending bills. You have paid 620 million. 620 million. Auditor General, that's verifiable, that they have settled 620 million out of the 1.19 billion.
Yes, Chair, that's verifiable.
So that leaves a balance of 571 million.
Yes.
And you have a payment plan for that runs into 5 quarters. Why 5 quarters and not 4 quarters?
We were looking at the fiscal space in the year 25-26, and we were able to accommodate all of it, less 148 million. So we will accommodate 148 million in the first quarter of 26-27. Thank you, Chair.
How do you provide certainty to the suppliers? Because so how do I know if I've got a pending bill, whether I'll be paid in the financial year 2026-2027 or in the first quarter of 2025-2026? How do you manage that? Because perhaps that is part of the problem that is causing some agitation. Nobody knows when theirs will be paid, yet you acknowledge that they are going to be paid.
What we're going to do with this payment plan, according to how we've agreed with the controller of budget, is on an aging basis for their bills, so that we finish with the ones that we had earlier as we go to the ones that we had later. That is the arrangement that we have, and we have provided even the names of the contractors to the controller of budget, the specifics.
Because the documented payment plan is not really a payment plan. It's a listing of all the pending bills, starting with a very curious figure of 450 million, 450 million. You've seen that? As bank overdraft for salary. So the question is, how much of this relates to statutory deductions? SACCOs, KRA.
We don't owe KRA, apart from that salary that we owe the bank. We don't owe
Savings and credit cooperatives.
Yeah, I was just saying that, Chairman, we are up to date on our KRA payments.
Maybe, Chair, if I'm just to ask, is it possible to know, in terms of disaggregating the pending bills, which ones are from operations and which ones are from development expenditure? Is it possible to have that disaggregation? And then number 2, do we have any staff payables, like loans deducted but not remitted to the third parties? Number 3, Governor, there are ineligible pending bills, quite some substantial amount.
1 billion.
1 billion. I'm not very sure if people can claim 1 billion with no work or services rendered at all. So maybe you can give us an inkling of what constitutes ineligible pending bills. In 2019, I think, or 2020, we had a county saying that they have ineligible pending bills, but when you go on the ground, a hole has been constructed. Maybe what is just missing is an invoice. An invoice can miss because procurement officer or an accountant has decided to just remove it from the file. Did you give them opportunity maybe for reconstruction of those documents or of the files, so that if a building has been done, a project has been done to the specifications, and it is there for use by the poor of Homa Bay, then that person can be paid that bill. Thank you, Chair.
On the Vice Chair, for example, thank you for bringing that up, Governor. If a road